You know, I've tried saber-toothed cat steak before. It's real juicy. Have you ever tried saber-toothed cat steak before, Mr. Kitty? The Dragon's Reach dungeon. Hello, old friend. Okay, so maybe I had a couple too many drinks and I just can't keep my mouth shut when that happens. That's my bad. But this actually reminds me of another time I drank a bit too much. You probably won't believe this story, but I'm pretty sure most of it actually happened. And in case you're still trying to decide if you want to stick around for this, have you ever seen the Hangover movies? Well, this is basically the Skyrim version of that. And this story actually takes place in the same Whiterun tavern I was just assaulted at. I was just kind of hanging around one evening when suddenly I hear a man calling out, declaring he could beat me in a drinking contest.
A few drinks, a few laughs, and a contest. What could be better?
I'm no stranger to challenge. We can always quick save if you want to get real about it. So it starts off with him saying he has a special brew.
This is a special brew. Very strong stuff. Let's get started.
Well, lucky for you, the Dahmer show doesn't exist in this universe, so I don't know any better. Start pouring, pretty boy. So we went back and forth taking drinks, and Sam taps out after only 2 drinks, saying if I take a 3rd shot, I win. This is followed by probably the best dialogue choice in Elder Scrolls history. Then bam, I black out and immediately wake up in the Temple of Dibella in Markarth, and the priestess is reasonably pissed.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer.
So apparently we came over here last night, raised Oblivion, and as she describes, I fondled the statue of Dibella there. Which, if you've seen the statue, let's just move on. From this point on, she makes me pick up all the trash I threw around the place, and because I did that, she decides she can help me, saying I had mentioned I needed to get to Rorikstead, so off I went. I need to find Sam and some mysterious staff that was mentioned in a letter I'd thrown on the ground in the temple last night. So while I'm heading towards Rorikstead, I thought it would be worth mentioning that I also saw a dragon, and it seemed like he had a bit too much to drink too.
Ain't got no gas in it.
So I make it to Rorikstead, and I just kind of start wandering around asking if anyone remembers me here until I come across a farmer. This guy is extremely pissed at me. So I was like, sorry, I'm having the time of my life and I can't even cherish the memories of it. What happened?
You really don't remember stealing a goat and selling her to a giant? Are you thick?
Does this answer your question?
Tell you what, you bring back my goat, and maybe I'll give a damn about your staff.
Interesting. Or I could eat you in front of the whole town.
Without any milk.
Okay. Most of what you said didn't make sense, but you left a note. The only bit I could read said, after repaying Isolde in Whiterun. That's all I know.
So as he mentioned, I apparently owe money to Isolde in Whiterun. I come to find out that I had bought a wedding ring from Isolde to give to my new fiance who I met in Witchmist Grove. Not exactly the best place to be picking up nice ladies with good intentions. Now I could just pay her 2,000 gold, 2,000 schmeckles hard-earned cash. But where's the fun in that? Let's go meet my new wife.
Darling, I've been waiting for you to return to consummate our love.
So this is my new wife to be, Moira. And after I tell her I want the ring back, I'm just gonna let her speak for herself, because this lady is quite the specimen.
What? You want it for that hussy Esmeralda with the dark feathers, don't you? I won't let her have you.
Serana, this was Moira. Moira, this is my hot topic friend. She really likes My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco. Figured I'd at least let you meet the folks first. So I pull this wedding ring off of Moira's gnarly ass finger. I also poked my head into her shack, and by the gods did I dodge an arrow to the knee, because her place looks like a fucking Cannibal Corpse album cover. And against all odds, while I'm looting my late wife's nernly possessions.
I hate my life.
I hate your life too, dude.
The cleric said the herb should make you go away. Get out of my head! So I bring the ring back to Isolde, and she shows remorse that my marriage fell through.
Excellent. Sorry it didn't work out.
I find that extremely disrespectful given the circumstances. Isolde then goes on to tell me that I mentioned the wedding ceremony would take place in an old ruin called Morvenskar. So now we know where the ceremony is. Now I'm not going to show you the majority of me killing my way into this keep where I'm supposedly able to find my next clue, but I have to show you In all my years of playing Skyrim, I killed a necromancer in the most kick-ass way ever, period. Call me Ezio, because Ezio fucking face I just sliced off. Smash like! Also, something interesting I thought was worth mentioning is that I downloaded a mod that makes arrow quivers appear to be attached to your belt instead of your back. And you might notice the Elder Scroll that Serana wears on her back during the beginning of the Dragonborn questline is now equipped on her waist. The Elder Scroll is confirmed to be ammunition. You heard it here first. So I kill them all. We all know what it looks like to just wipe a bunch of insignificant mages off the face of Nirn. So let's just move on to the big mighty portal that just appears out of nowhere in the corner of the room for basically no reason. Now, after I pass through this portal, I find myself in a really cute little cottagecore grove. The kind of grove where if you look up into the night sky, if you're anything like me, staring too long will make you feel incredibly motion sick. So I walk through the pathways until I get to this little picnic area where a bunch of people... And Sam, do you have any idea what kind of goose chase you just sent me on?
You're here. I was beginning to think you might not make it.
Upon talking to him, Serana seems to have finally picked out her edgelord of choice and stands uncomfortably close to this man. Now, you remember that note I mentioned that was talking about the staff and how it's broken and there's like stuff on it that we need to get to fix the staff? When you mentioned that note and the materials you... Oh, Baka Templar Gaming. You. I'm just kidding. When you mentioned the note and all the materials you gathered to Sam, he basically just goes, poof, I'm the god of fucking partying, bro, and I just want you to get smashed and have to do a bunch of bullshit while you're extremely hungover. And now I must return to the land of butt chugs and questionable hookups. The same land where the LMFAO guys went after their career died. Here's a stupid stick with a flower on it that summons more people from the party dimension if you ever need someone to hold you up to do a keg stand. And that's it. Black screen. You're back at the Bannered Mare as if none of this even happened. I'm still not sure any of it did. That is what I would call a night to remember. Leave a... in the comments so I know you made it this far. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing because it's free and you can always change your mind later. And if you want to further support me, click the join button after subscribing and see if that's of any interest to you. Lastly, if you have any fellow Skyrim enthusiasts who you think would enjoy this video, shoot them the link. And if your friend sent you the link to this video, it's because they're in love with you and hope you make it this far into the video so I can tell you how much they want to know what your combined DNA would look like as a child. That is not a joke. Always drink responsibly, and I'll see you guys in the next video.